What is up, guys? Ace here from Fit to Play Games, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this brand new game talk that I want to add into my channel because I feel like this is something important. It's something very informative in terms of just doing video games pickup. This will allow me to share my experience with video games that I have come across along my video games journey. And we're going to talk about older games, we're going to talk about brand new games, and different types of genre in this type of videos. Now, this isn't like your normal video games review because I feel like a review, it's an in-depth look into the game, and you kind of just have to put it piece by piece in different types of organized topic. And I feel like that doesn't really tell me so much because it's more of like ridiculing a certain game. So in this video, I just want to talk about my experience and my personal opinion while playing a certain video game, so then you guys who's watching this video will be empowered and actually think about what your opinion on a certain game when you try it for yourself. So let's talk about this one video game that really blew me away, and I thought this was pretty good, and that is Death's Door. Alright guys, first and foremost, I thought this game was gonna be a crappy little game. It was cheaply made by some crap developer that I don't even know about, and it was just released by Devolver Game just because it allows small developing companies to kind of get out there and be known by, you know, game communities such as us, including myself. And I didn't think how good this game was going to be, because who would put a penguin character with a sword on his back as the main character? Turns out after 2 weeks, I actually been playing this game for 2 weeks, and I'm loving it so far, and I just never realized how I'm slowly starting to become addicted to the game. I wouldn't say like super addicted like I'm on some type of drug. It's just that there's something about the game that allows the player to be immersed and be pulled within its universe. This game is just totally different from any other games that I have played. A lot of people would easily just say, it kind of looks like a Zelda, I should say, how do you say that? Like a Zelda clone. Like it's a game that's based off of Zelda. No guys, it's not based off of Zelda. See, I feel like people that are so into the streamlined video games are always gonna compare this to those names, but no, this game, Death's Door itself, is its own game. I personally, I didn't think I was gonna like it until I started playing it. I mean, you get the beginning of the game, you get dropped off from a bus. Mind you, the whole setting for where you get dropped off, pretty much the whole entire office of where the main character kind of resides slash work, is rendered in black and white, kind of having that somber feeling where you guys are, going to work, because nobody wants to go to work. I mean, every Monday, do you really want to go to work every Monday and see the same people, same places? It's kind of like that. But at the same time, that's just me talking, because I do have a day job. But at the same time, I just want to say that it starts off like that, and then action starts happening immediately. You go into a door, they summon a door where you go through into this magical door, and it takes you to a whole different universe. It's got colors, and I think the level of creation of the game is really balanced, because from going into the entire somber feeling of black and white, and you go through a door where it's like night and day. It's like another whole different universe, different world for you to see. There's a lot of colors, different places that you can go. Granted, it's really it looks like a cheaply made type of surrounding, but at the same time there's something so modern about it. Like you go into, like if you take a look at some of the structures that is within the game, the trees, they're rendered very, they're very nicely made. Like it's something that's made in the 2000s, 2020, 2021. And you know, that's something that I really like about the game. After you go into that transition from the black and white to the very colorful universe through that door. On top of the environment where the character sets off to go on with his adventure, the music is also very beautiful in Death's Door. This game has beautiful music. I don't know what it is. I think it plays a perfect ambiance on each and every level that you go into. And also, there's a nice music blend that comes on whenever you come back into the place of work for the fledgling. Now, guys, I want to make this clear. This guy, the main character, is not a penguin. I thought it was a penguin because he started bouncing around. I'm like, oh, he must be a penguin character. No, he is not a penguin. He is actually a crow. He's a fledgling. So just to clarify, that's what he is. But at the same time, the story is wonderful. Like I said, the music sets the tone for each and every mission, and it just blends well with everything. Whenever you transition to a different place, there's another musical score that kind of just suits you in, like opens the gates for you, and it's like an easy transition. It's so fluid. And also, the story of the game, it's not very, it's not very in-depth of a story. Pretty much, he's a soul reaper. That's what your story is. That is what the fledgling does. He collects souls for a living, and he pretty much have to battle with the souls because these souls are very stubborn. They're not just gonna come with you as you ask them to. You have to actually battle them, collect the soul, bring it back to where you got the commission from, which is the workplace where you start off from the very beginning of the game. And you know, it kind of is, it sounds like it's repetitive, but as soon as you start hitting off the different storylines and the different characters that you come across, the story becomes clear. And that's what it is. And I don't want to say too much about the game because I feel like I'm going to ruin it for the people that has not played the game. Yes, I believe that this game is an indie hack and slash with a story, but at the same time, it's very well made. Everything is responsive. I'm playing this right now, by the way, guys, on my Xbox Series X, and it just performs nicely on an Xbox. You press the Y button, it does the movement you want it to do with the Y button. You want to climb or roll over a ledge, it does that for you. And everything else, every single mechanics that you can interact in the game is just fluid. Everything works very well, and I think Acid Nerve did a fantastic job in Death's Door. I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with another game as good as this one, or they're probably gonna have a hard time topping off Death's Door because it's really well made. One of my favorite moments in Death's Door is probably all of the boss fights. The bosses comes in with different attacks. They are designed differently, so you're not really fighting the same bosses each and every time. They have their own timed attacks, therefore that allows the player, the fledgling or the one controlling the fledgling, if you may, probably most likely me if I'm playing the video game, to formulate my own strategy in dealing with the boss. The thing is, with these bosses, you never beat them the same way you defeated them the first time. Like if you're gonna have your second run through, you're already gonna be thinking, hey, what improvements can I make to beat this boss a lot better than the last time that I defeated them. It kind of allows you to keep formulating different strategies in dealing with the bosses, and that's what I liked about the boss fights. It's just so fun. There's a lot of space. The game gives you enough space for the fledgling to be able to move and attack at a certain moment, because it doesn't allow you to see what moves it's going to do, because you're kind of gonna let them do that for you. The bosses does certain moves, and if you see that there's you can still see from their movements what moves they're gonna use, so that allows you that gives you plenty of time to react to it and do the attacks that you want to do before you can get hit. That's what I like about this game. Those are my favorite moments. In my opinion, Death's Door is a very well-rounded made game. It was made solid. Everything that was interactive within the game worked flawlessly. I did not experience any hiccup. Everything was just so fluid. Everything went well according to plan, and I gotta give Acid Nerve a round of applause. You guys did a fantastic job in developing this game. I hope to see more games like this from you guys, and also I congratulate Devolver for releasing this game from Acid Nerve. And guys, thank you so much. This game allowed me to kind of experience a really well made indie game, and this is it, guys. If you want to check out Death's Door, I think it's available in every platform. Don't quote me on that, because I have this one on my Xbox Series X, and I also have a digital copy downloaded on my Switch. So if this were made physical, this will be on my Switch game case every single time. This would be a game that would not miss every single trip that I go on to. So there you have it, guys. This is my very first video on my game opinions on certain games that I come across in my video games journey. Join me again for next time. Until then, see you next time.